and watched a few reviews, and then I remembered. The 7900 XTX performs poorly at lower resolutions. It's
What? We've got our clickbait, boys. I've got my video for the tube. Hub got away scot-free today, but this UFD guy didn't. Yeah, this guy's killing it. Holy shit. Good on him. Wow, I totally thought this guy was gone. I had no idea. Cool.
I can't tell.
Okay. So we're gonna. Okay. So clearly this guy, someone was it on Twitter told me to check this video out.
I thought I benchmarked everything properly. I went through AMD's website to verify that I checked off every single section of how to prep my PC to utilize the 3D V-cache, and I could.
Dude, just. God, man, doesn't that just seem ridiculous? It's like this guy's like a professional tech tuber and he's like scrolling through AMD's guide on how to make the CPU work. Like right there, that should be a red flag of fucking, I don't know about this.
And if we take a look at our 1080p benchmarks, it's all over the place. The CPUs are...
So, okay, well, right away, you know that the 3D is not being assigned properly. Right away. Obviously, when you that's the whole point of why this dude, I'm so glad that guy bought the CPU off me, because you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen now? So I made like the scam videos and all that shit. I'm like, this is dog shit. And like I was kind of early on the train. Right? You're gonna see a lot more videos coming out about this CPU now, about like this is terrible. Cause now people have had a bit of time to fuck with it, right? Do you know what I'm saying? So now that they've had a lot more time, they're like, this kind of sucks, man. It doesn't work. You're gonna see a lot more videos coming out. So I'm glad that the guy bought it because I wanted to get rid of the CPU before all this shit came out, right? You're gonna have to disable one of the CCDs unless you want to lasso the whole PC.
Well,
no, yeah.
And I thought, wow.
It's not. It should be. He used 6,000 megahertz RAM, right? It should be like 10 to 20% faster, even without tuning the memory, right? Should be.
I'm really screwing this up if my X3D chip is not going faster at 1080p. But then the higher...
Like, I wish he disabled the other CCD and retested. Just disable one CCD and have an expensive and overclocked 78. It's not overclocked, it's the same. When you disable a CCD, it's the same, man.
Dead even with COD. And I was pulling my hair out benchmarking these CPUs.
It's the same clock speed, man. It's the same clock. I think mine was at like 4.7 stock out of the box, all core.
Figure out
it's the same
why is the X3D so bad at 1080p? What am I doing wrong? Everything else looks in line. I quadruple checked all of my setups. I thought I was doing something wrong because of the amount of things you have to do to get the X3D ready for gaming. I checked my BIOS, I made sure the game bar was installed, game mode was on. We're set to balance performance.
Look, dude, look at it. That's fucking funny.
In the power.
You can see how frustrated he is in his face cam down here.
Power options on Windows. And when I was at the end of my rope,
I looks at his clock.
I went and watched a few reviews, and then I remembered. The 7900 XTX performs poorly at lower resolutions. It's
what?
It's not the CPU, it's the graphics card. So that means my benchmark numbers make a lot of sense for the PC we built. It's meant to run at 1440p or 4K, not the theoretical land of benchmarking of 1080p or 720p gaming. And honestly,
we've got our clickbait, boys. I've got my video for the tube. Hub got away scot-free today, but this UFD guy didn't. That's for sure.
When you view the X3D CPU in
We got our video, boys.
reality, while on paper the X3D performs really great at 1080p, number one, that's with high-end NVIDIA GPUs, not AMD's GPUs.
Ah, it's the exact opposite.
While I had a ton of fun waiting out for this chip at Micro Center, we were the first person in line at 11 p.m. up until about 6 a.m. Whereas when we waited out for the RTX 4090
I can't believe you waited for that.
We got
thing.
there at about the same time, and we were about 7th in line with dozens of more people showing up throughout the night. And I think this goes back to the confusion that I've had with AMD this generation. The 7950X didn't make.
You know what I like? This guy did not bitch about not getting a sample. Maybe I spoke too soon. Hang on. But so far, he's like, I waited in line and I had fun. Not bitching. He's not bitching.
Again, don't forget that we're giving away this whole 100 Micro Center for sponsors.
Okay.
A huge FPS at 4K.
So the thing, the horrible information, terrible. Okay, how do I word this? From his perspective, that's the explanation that made sense, right? Now, which is fine if you're a normie, right? And what I mean by that is, this guy has a 600K. This guy has a 600,000 subscriber YouTube channel, like we were talking about before with the authority and all that shit. And he couldn't get it to work. 7950X3D. What hope do you have, or grandma? That's it. That's the whole. That is the whole point. So you can no. You can, this guy's not a fucking BIOS tweaker, man. He doesn't know, right? He's a normal guy. He's a normal guy that likes tech, right? I know I keep shitting on grandma, but that's not, that's not the goal. He's a normal guy, man. Right? He's just a normal dude. He's not an enthusiast that overclocks tertiary timings and all that shit. No, man. He's like, I followed the instructions. I did what AMD told me to do. Although his conclusion, he should have noticed that something was... Like, he should have noticed that something was wrong a bit more there, right? Like, I shouldn't publish this because it seems a little too wrong, right? But even ignoring all that, it's basically, what hope do you have, or what hope does grandma have? There is no hope, right? There is no hope. And also, large subscriber numbers does not mean knowledgeable, right? Does not mean authority. It's a great example of how AMD can't be like, come on, like AMD can't expect people to be doing this shit. You shouldn't need Wendell level 1 techs levels of knowledge to get a CPU working. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what will happen when the 7800X3D comes out and he benchmarks all the same games again? It's gonna show a mad increase and he'll be like, what the fuck? And then it'll clue in after, right? That it wasn't working. That's exactly it, Hulkstis. Yeah. His inability to achieve and his inability to even know anything was wrong. Yeah, that's AMD's problem, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. It's on the manufacturer's problem. It has to just work, man. It just works is why Apple didn't fade away. It just works. Yeah. That's why I'm okay with proprietary systems, man. I don't care that NVIDIA or I don't care that AMD is open source. I don't care that Nvidia is a black mystery box that nobody. Does it just work? Do I get to play more games? Well, yeah, that's the whole point, man. There really is only two paths. Suck dick or tell truth. But so like even this UFD tech dot, this, even though his truth was wrong, it's still him telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't know why it's doing the thing that it's doing, but he like, you know what I'm fucking saying here, right? It doesn't work. Here is why I don't think it works. Here's why I don't think it works is wrong, but he still said it doesn't work. So AMD's never gonna sample the guy because he actually did tell the truth. His version of the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? You're either sucking dick and you're getting the samples, or you tell the truth and you don't get samples. Except for Gamers Nexus. He's like the one fucking exception to the rule. He's like the one guy that somehow still gets samples and doesn't, I think because he has relations with AIBs more than anything. Go play some games and be good to each other and tell your friends about scammers and all that shit. All right. Later, boys. Thanks for hanging out for fucking almost 4 hours. Later, everybody.